It's a pretty hard hike. It does cost a bit of money, all worth it.
This is Laguna 69, a pristine lake sitting at 4,600 meters elevation, tucked away in the Huascaran National Park in Peru. The water is probably the bluest I've ever seen and originates from giant glaciers. This stunning site is only a few hours from the Peruvian city of Huaraz, but is not as easy to get to as we would have hoped.
If you've been watching our channel for a while, you probably know that we like to do things independently where we can. But getting to the Laguna 69 trail would have included a bus, a collectivo that wouldn't leave until it was full, so who knows how long that takes. And then even if you make it to the trailhead, there's no guarantee of a return. So instead of being risky, we decided to book onto a tour from our hostel, which as it turns out includes a breakfast stop at this lovely cafe. It does cost extra, but I am very happy for the fact that I get to have a coffee because we had to get picked up at 5 AM this morning and we have a 13-kilometer hike at elevation. So I think I'm going to be grateful for some food in my tummy. That's 3 breakfast sandwiches each. I guess try and eat as much as I can, right?
Yeah.
Turns out it's 1 marmalade bread roll, 1 butter bread roll, and 1 egg bread roll. Plus a banana, a juice, and a coffee. That's pretty good.
Back on the bus. So we started this journey in the town of Huaraz, which actually sits at 3,000 meters elevation, but the trailhead here starts at 4,000 meters elevation. And if you've watched any of our old stuff, you'll know that Kilauea, the summit, that was 4,000 meters. But from here, we're actually hiking another 600 meters straight up. Ultimately, we should get to a very, very beautiful blue lagoon. But like the views already, pretty insane. Considering that technically yesterday we came in an overnight bus from sea level, altitude sickness is a very real possibility. Oh. But we'll see how we go. It's 8 Ks to the top.
I am also slightly concerned about our abilities. Every single person here has like proper hiking clothes, hiking sticks, whatever they're called, and we do not. So that's going to be interesting.
What do you think?
I'm not even there yet.
Barely started.
Wow. So even though we are on a tour with a guide, we're all sort of just allowed to go our own speed for this bit because it's like one single track. We've been told the times we have to leave the lake and that we have to be back at the bus. But other than that, we're basically by ourselves. And apparently this hike is separated into 3 sections. One is this, where it's like mostly flat, quite enjoyable. The second, the incline starts. I'm struggling a lot. And the third is meant to be really intense incline up to the lake. So I'm not looking forward to that.
I also didn't expect to see so many animals. Already we've seen a bunch of cows and it's only really just started.
5 Ks here. We're still meant to be in the easy bit and I'm struggling. Hiking at elevation is no joke.
Because of how popular this tour is, a lot of people come up here without the expectations of a hard hike. Honestly, I think today we're one of them. We knew it was going to be hard, but just not prepared.
I didn't expect it to be this hot.
Yeah.
It was freezing this morning. And we're like, snow-capped mountains all in the background, but then it's all like these jagged mountains. And we're in this really hot valley.
I'm a big fan that the first, at least half of this is just following a meandering river in this valley. And there's like waterfalls, bridges to cross, mountain peaks obviously. Really beautiful.
Did not expect to see ruins on this trek. So Huaraz, which is where we're staying at the moment, is actually known as like the hiking or trekking capital of Peru. There are countless treks you can do from here, but it seems like this is the most popular by far. We were so close to booking this other one that takes you to a glacier because it looks amazing. But apparently the lake here is fed from glacier water, so at least that's something. I'm so tired though, we've only been going for like an hour. Maybe not even.
Not even. Pretty sure we've reached hour 2, the incline has started, the waterfalls have got bigger, and the peak is getting closer. Hour left.
If you're like me and you hear the number Lake 69 and wonder, ooh, I wonder what the significance of that number is. Maybe there's a cool story or meaning behind it. Probably like me, you'll be disappointed to learn that no, it's just a number. From what I could glean online, they just numbered the lakes around here, and this is the 69th one. I have a theory that I'm workshopping on hiking that I've been thinking about through the Kilatoa Loop and now on this hike as well. I think when you get into hiking, you sort of fall into these bands of how into it you are. To start with, I think you're not really into it, you're not seeking it out, but you'll go on hikes with friends and your girlfriends just to catch up. The second level, I think, is where I'm at. You are actively seeking it out. You enjoy most aspects of it, like being out in nature, the achievement you feel once you get to the top. But during the hard bits, you're still questioning why you're doing it, looking for reasons to blame it on Jordan instead of yourself. Level 3, I think you're proper into it. The hard bits don't seem so hard. And then level 4, the elite level, they're like the ones running up and down, trying to get a personal best time. I don't know if I'll ever be out of my second band. Hi, Cal. 3Ks to the lake. I definitely thought we had gone further than that. I'm struggling a lot. It's crazy how quickly I'm getting out of breath on the uphill. They're not even that steep, but it's just like instantaneous. I have a stitch. Let's keep going.
I think we're into the last hour now. Seems to be pretty straight uphill from here. Looking forward to it. Emily's not.
We've been walking for almost 2 hours now. Well, I have no idea how much longer there is. I honestly thought as we were coming over this ridge that this was going to be the lake, but we've just come down into another valley and I can see people up in the distance. Whoa. I can see people up in the distance climbing up again. So there's definitely more uphill. Yay! 1K to go. But I do think that 1K is straight up.
It's just hit midday. This is when we're supposed to get to the lake. Hopefully it's not far away. At least we're not alone.
We are so close now. Whoa. But I think we're like the last people to get there.
Wow, that is blue.
We did it!
This is it.
I can't believe we made it.
Lagoon 69.
Oh, that was really, really hard.
That was tough. It's 12:15. 2 hours and 48 minutes.
That's not bad. They said it normally takes 3 hours.
We beat it.
We have
And we're still last.
45 minutes and then we have to go back.
Yeah. So as beautiful as this trek is, and is definitely one of the things that you have to have on your bucket list if you're in this region of the world, it's not free. The hike to Laguna 69 costs a couple of different things. The first thing is transport to get here. There are a bunch of different tour companies, usually within your hostel, that will do transport. Ours costs 45 soles per person, but once you're here, you actually have to pay to get into the national park too, which is 30 soles per person per day. One day was more than enough.
I am buggered. That hike really took it out of me. I think the elevation maybe got me a little bit because I was just out of breath instantly. But this lake makes it so worth it. It is like literally Gatorade blue. It doesn't make sense. And then the snow doesn't start till like halfway up. It's almost like this perfectly straight line where the snow begins. And there's a waterfall. Like win, 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 win. I'm kind of sad we can only hang out for a little bit of time because we took so long to get up here. But it's a pretty picture perfect spot for a picnic.
I forgot the coffee.
It's warm.
Is it?
Didn't know it was a hot spring. That was a joke. It's actually so cold. People were cooling their beers in it.
Now we kind of have to vamos back down the mountain because we took a while getting up here, so I'm a bit nervous.
We don't want to miss our bus home. There may be a donkey up ahead. It's either that or we've been walking for so long that we're both hallucinating a little bit.
Did we die? And that this is heaven? Wow, are you a dream come true? Yes, I am a dream come true.
And that was the Laguna 69 hike.
That was amazing, but really, really difficult. Even that way down was kind of brutal. My knees and my toes are in tatters.
Yeah, my back, my neck. Bring sunscreen. We thought a hat would be enough. Bring sunscreen.
We've never made that mistake before. We're normally so good with sunscreen.
Yeah.
It took us under 5.5 hours to complete the whole thing, and 27,931 steps. That is more than any of the Kilatoa Loop days.
Well, there you go. This one's more than a Kilatoa Loop.
Time to lay down until we gotta get the bus.
The water is so blue. Definitely the bluest water I've ever seen, including Powerade.
I know, I can't wait to have a Powerade tonight and be like, remember when?
I'm drinking the lake. How's the chick?
Somebody walk backwards. To that cliff.